Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like Microsoft is working on not one, but multiple next generation Xbox devices. And yes, you heard that right, multiple Xbox devices, next generation devices, I may add. So that's very good news, and this is not the first time we actually heard that news. But the good thing about this particular one is it's not a leak or rumor. This information has been officially confirmed by AMD, because I'm sure you've heard about that Microsoft AMD collaboration that was announced a couple of weeks ago, where AMD even back then did say that they will be working on, multiple devices and that kind of stuff. But I'm not really sure whether they spoke about chips. And in this particular information, actually, they talk about like custom chips powering these, different Xbox devices. So this is basically a slide from AMD's presentation. I think they shown it during one of those financial calls recently, a couple of days ago. And if you look at the very bottom of that slide, it says announced a new multi-year collaboration with Microsoft, nothing new here, for custom chips that will power the next generation of Xbox devices, including consoles, PCs, and handhelds. And there you have it. You've got the new Microsoft/Xbox strategy moving forward, right? So AMD pretty much confirms what Microsoft is actually trying to build next generation. And they kind of started doing that already with Asus, for example, with that Xbox ROG Ally device that is coming out like in 2 months time, I think, or something like that. But this is just like a first step. I think they just testing the waters, and they want all the information they need to improve the Microsoft's Windows experience of on these devices. So this is more of like a test, really, but because they not actually using these custom chips to actually power these devices. I'm talking about Asus ROG Ally right now, but next gen devices that will probably release in 2 years time, something like that. All kinds of different manufacturers, third-party companies will be able to use these chips to power their own devices, but these devices will be compatible with Xbox and, whatever Xbox console is going to release next, right? So, let's call it Xbox Next. I like that name, to be honest with you. Actually sounds like next gen, if you know what I mean. Xbox Next. And this is actually great news, because I'll probably have another video maybe tomorrow or something like that, talking about what kind of pros that gives us as consumers. But because with that kind of strategy, we'll have all kinds of different devices, different specs, I guess, sometimes as well, different price points as well, but we're probably not going to be tied into like one particular device. We'll be able to actually pick and choose what we want, right? You will be able to pick up a traditional console from Xbox, or you'll be able to play your Xbox games on a handheld. This new handheld may not be necessarily a Microsoft device per se. It may come from third-party developer, third-party manufacturer, right? But it's still going to be powered by that AMD custom chip that has been really designed with Microsoft in that collaboration, and that chip will be compatible with whatever Xbox game is going to be available, right? And that's great news, because this brings kind of a standardization to like PC space as well. And I actually do hope that this will improve number of things that we actually see on PC that don't necessarily work well. But like I said, I'll probably get into more technical details in the next video about, like, you know, things that I think will make PC space way more interesting than it is right now. But basically, this new strategy actually just proves the point that many people were making for the last couple of months, really, that, you know, Microsoft is not necessarily leaving the hardware space, but I think the proper word for it would be they want to share the hardware space with other companies. So we will have a proper next generation Xbox hardware, not only a chip from AMD, but also a proper Xbox console. We still don't know all the details, obviously, you know, specs. We've heard some stuff about it already, but, you know, I'm still wondering how that Steam integration is going to work, and you know, a couple of other things here and there. I'm still wondering if they will be if they will be subsidizing that console or not. You know, that new console is probably going to be, you know, quite expensive anyway. So we will have that traditional Xbox console from Microsoft, but on top of that, we will have all these compatible devices in the PC space. And we're talking about laptops. I mean, these chips, these console chips, are great for laptops because, you know, they are quite. I mean, they are quite powerful, but still they are quite efficient when it comes to, you know, TDP and that kind of stuff as well. So laptops will benefit greatly from using that kind of you know, Xbox console chips. Then you've got handhelds, you know, probably lower spec kind of a variant of that chip, but, you know, handhelds will greatly benefit as well. And then you've got PCs, right? Like with PC, you can, you know, spec it up a little bit as well. You know, it would probably make the such a PC a little bit more expensive than a normal console, but it would probably give you more as well. And like I said, I'll probably extend my thoughts on it in the next video, because I want to talk about that PC stuff, and we'll also probably going to get an Xbox branded consoles. So basically an Xbox consoles, but from third-party companies. They probably going to be more expensive. They hopefully probably also more powerful, but, you know, it just goes to show that Microsoft is going to be all about variety. Obviously, it's not all, you know, pros. There's probably going to be some cons there, and I'll talk about it in the next video as well. But, you know, next generation of Xbox devices is looking quite interesting indeed, and I'm actually really looking forward to learning more about it, because that approach is totally different to what we've seen in the console space as well, and PC space as well, to be honest with you, because this is the thing, it's going to be a proper console PC hybrid. So stuff that we've been hearing about for a while now, and yeah, it looks like it's working. Well, we don't know if it's working, if it's going to work, but looks like Microsoft is working on that kind of new strategy and these devices. So yeah, interesting times ahead of us, really. So listen, I think that's it for this video. I'll make another one tomorrow probably, or day after, about like what I think about these devices, what kind of what would these devices give us back, you know, in terms of like technical specs and capabilities and stuff. We'll see. You know, it's a very interesting topic indeed. So listen, I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.